to start a new unit, and it's going to be beyond the basics with Expression Web. We're going to get in and we're actually going to use Expression Web to create a web page. So Expression Web is a WYSIWYG editor. Extra credit if you can tell me what that is. And I'm going to provide you with tutorials to guide you how to create a website. Here is what you're going to learn. Here are some questions to think about through the unit. And let's go start. And this unit overview video will be right here. And so let's go look at the next lesson, the first lesson. Alright. So we're going to look at the Expression Web environment. And you guys are all going to be thrilled. You don't have to code anymore, but it's still worthwhile to know HTML code. So we're going to look at what Expression Web is. This resource right here is really good. I would download this or print it or do something that you can keep it. Go down here and click Save, but it shows you the Expression Web, and we've been working with Expression Web 3. It shows you what it looks like, and it has a number, and it tells you down here what each number represents. So you have the common toolbar, the folder list, the file tabs, toolbox, and they correspond with items over here. So let me go back to the environment. And then we have a couple of video, some notes that's set up the same way. You have a scavenger PowerPoint video. It'll show you how to do it, but also the video will be here in the scavenger hunt. And that's your first assignment. Alright. Now we're going to learn how to create a website using Expression Web. And these will all be links. You have the notes, you have the PowerPoint, you're going to have a voice thread, and you have a video. And this is a video tutorial. It's not over the PowerPoint, but it's to show you how to create a website and a web page using Expression Web. I'm going to go over here to navigate to using CSS. Yes, we're going to use CSS, but it's much easier now. And this one we're going to create style within a page, notes, video, and to the next lesson. Then we're going to create an external style sheet. Okay. Again, you have your objectives, questions, PowerPoint, notes, video, and we're going to go create a dynamic web template. This is a great lesson because it's going to save you a bunch of time in the long run. So you have PowerPoint, notes, video, and again, you have the next lesson. And then the final lesson is just to create some buttons for your navigations, and you got notes, PowerPoint, and video again. And you're going to have two projects for this. You're going to think of a current event, and I'm going to go over this in a little more detail, but there'll be a PowerPoint that reminds you how to create a web page and a website. There'll be notes with the PowerPoint with little notes below each side. There's a voice thread that you can watch about the PowerPoint. And then there's two rubrics. There's two projects, part 1 and part 2, and they build on each other. So let's go down. If you're used to the side navigation over here, all the resources are right here, all the videos, all the notes, and all the PowerPoints are right there. But let's look at the current event part 1. Alright, so you're going to create a web page. And it tells you to save it as my current event, create a new web page, save it as index. So you're going to have a file on your computer someplace with all this, with all these files. They're going to be there. Alright, so you're going to create a web page, and it's going to turn into a website on a subject of your choosing. And it can be anything of your choosing. It could be school related, it could be about the political race, anything that's school appropriate, obviously, and you're going to create a web page on it. So for this assignment, you're just creating one web page that has 8 to 10 sentence summary of the details about the subject. You could do the Broncos, you could do your football team, you could do band. If you have any questions on if you don't know what to do, send me an email and I can help you figure something out. And you can have an internet link to the site where you'd find information about your subject. So it could be your school website, it could be CNN, it could be a Gazette, okay, it could be a team website. And then you're going to add 2 additional links. They don't have to, one could be to your school, actually down here I'll show you, and the other one's your choice. And you got to include 2 graphics related to your subjects. One is you'll use expression design or another image editing program to create a design, and the other one can just be from any online source. So for the first part, the first assignment, here's your 8 to 10 sentences, a link to your school web page. It could be the Academy Online school web page, or it could be your homeschool web page if you're going to Liberty, Pine Creek, wherever. A link to the subject site or related website. Again, that could be like CNN, it could be a team web page, and then a link of your choice. Okay, and then an original graphic, and a second graphic that you could just get off the web. Proper conventions and spelling is important, and this whole project's worth 50 points. So here's an example. Here's 8 to 10 sentences, right? You see, right there's 8 to 10 sentences, okay? Over here, here's a graphic that was made in Expression Web or Design, and here is another graphic that they took with a camera. So here's 2 graphics, one made in Expression Design, and again, you don't have to use Expression Design, just some graphic editing software. And then there's 3 links. Okay, the home page, the video news home page, and then SchoolTube. And that is your first project. Now, for the final current event project, number 2, is you're going to create a website. Okay? And you've already created your web page and you've already saved it as index.html. And when you finish this unit, you'll be able to create a dynamic web template and all this good stuff. But again, 8 to 10 sentences, links, 2 additional links. We already talked about that. We already talked about the 2 graphics. Now we got to do a header. So you're going to create a header in Expression Design. You're going to add a heading to each section of your text, and I'll show you what that is. You got to use a dynamic web template, and you'll learn about this. And you got to use that template to create at least 2 new web pages describing some recent event or concerns with your topic. Alright, make sure you link to any sources you used. You're going to create interactive buttons for the home page, linking them to the other pages within your site. And you're going to create those same buttons on your dynamic web template. And make sure these buttons work. So here's an example. You can see here is the banner they created. Nothing too sophisticated. Okay. Here's the image. So you have 3 images. We have the header, the other image, and then we have an image that's taken from the web, or they actually took with the camera. Here are 2 buttons to navigate you to the other 2 pages, and then here are the 3 links right here that takes you to 3 different pages. So we have the navigation links that take us within the site, and then we have the external that take us outside the site. And again, so you can look at this rubric. Alright, some of the new stuff is the heading, the header. You got to move one of the images using CSS. You have to have a dynamic web template. You have to have an external style sheet. And then you got to create a second web page. It's attached to the style sheet, same style sheet. You don't have to create a new one. And then, even though it says second, you're going to create your third and final web page using your dynamic web template and attach your style sheet to it. Okay, so look over this rubric. And this final project's worth 100 points. So you have 50 points for the first part and 100 points for the second part. Again, if you have any questions, please email me or give me a call. Thanks for your time. And that's the unit. This is it. Wraps up the unit on learning how to use Expression Web. And it should be a lot of fun. I think you guys will like using Expression Web. Here's an example. We did the scavenger hunt. This is Expression Web. And this is what I use to make the web pages for this class. I'll show you. So here you can see Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and Module 5. And if we open up Module 6, I'll show you the web pages that I made. So for example, here's the module overview, and did it in Expression Web. You can see it on the design mode. And this is another example of the page. I have my header. This is a heading, right? Notice how it changes from page to page. Here's my heading. Tell me what this page is about. Okay? So again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me or call me. And I hope you enjoy this unit, and you don't have to write all of this code anymore. Isn't that great? Look at all that code you don't have to write. Alright, and the nice thing, Expression Web has spell check. Okay, that's it. Have fun.